Hey Taurus, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading for you. I was getting something coming through about delays, like something being delayed. It felt repeatedly or being put off. We're starting off with Hermit. King of Pentacles. Maybe spending a little bit of time secluded right now. Having King of Pentacles and the Hermit is feeling like there being some type of review of like duties and responsibilities or stuff that you need to get done, or like achieving things that you want to achieve. It can be you setting goals for yourself, or you like taking inventory in some type of way. It can also be like checking in with yourself about like how you want to be doing things or what things you want to be doing, that type of stuff. Sort of like what you're signed up for, what you want to be signed up for, those types of things. Okay, something's definitely being worked out here. You could feel like you're fighting the direction of things a little bit with Five of Wands and Wheel of Fortune. It's feeling like things are sort of shifting in a certain way, and there can be a part of you that feels a bit resistant, but I'm getting it be this part of you that likes things when they are familiar, or you know what's going on, like there's not a whole lot of novelty, is the vibe that I'm getting from this King of Pentacles. So you may like things to feel sort of like, I show up here and this is what I do and this is what happens every time, like that type of thing. But then having Five of Wands come up, it's like, and then also the Wheel of Fortune here too. Wheel of Fortune is kind of like, okay, go in that direction, now go in that direction, now we're going over here. And you could feel sort of like that's conflicting with the way that you prefer to be showing up in this setting. Like maybe you want something that feels more routine and more familiar, and you could feel like this is sort of tossing you all over the place. You can feel like you don't want something to change, or like I'm not trying to grow right now, or I'm not trying to expand right now, like within this particular area of your life. You could just want it to like be staying the same. Yeah, I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune come up and be like, okay, but we need you to do this thing over here. But it can be something where you're like, I don't know if I want to do that. It looks like something that you'd be into, but there can be a part of you that's like, well, I have these things over here that I'm supposed to be doing, or that I've committed to, or like, aren't I supposed to be showing up in this way? And I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune. This is feeling like the Wheel of Fortune is sort of an entity on its own, being like, we're trying to put you over here, but you could be like, but I don't go over there, like I usually stay over here. That's what this is feeling like. But this looks like something that you'd be into. But there can be like the part of you that sort of has this certain routine may not want to. I'm not saying like all of the parts of you don't want to, but there's a very big feeling like solid part of you that may feel less tempted to go over here in this direction. Like, don't I show up like this? Isn't this who I am? Like that type of thing. But I'm seeing there be a lot of opportunity over here and a lot of room to grow. I'm hearing the word join. Something about this being spontaneous. Yeah, it looks like if you sort of allowed yourself to be guided by Jupiter here and you went this way, I'm seeing something that you would be into doing, and I'm also seeing like more opportunities come in that are connected with that avenue if you decided to go that way. Like it's something you'd feel at one with. So maybe that's something that you're sort of questioning now at this point. Whether you want to stay doing things exactly as you have been or not. Some of you, this can be about a job shift, but it doesn't have to be like a whole job shift. Some of you, it can be. It's really just going to depend on your situation. But for some of you, there's like a certain role that you play, and it may be something where you're asking yourself and trying to discern like whether or not this is something that you want to keep doing, or if you feel like it's time to connect with something else or to change. It feels more like changing things up a little bit. Interesting. I'm seeing something going on actually between you and another person, and there's now conflict that is being worked out between the two of you. It looks like peering into this relationship, taking a close look at it, like this person and how they show up and you and how you show up. There may be a part of you that also wants to be like fed more so on an intellectual level. Like you could be looking for like more of something like that. That's not to say you're not gonna still do other things that you've been doing, but you may be looking to engage in a little bit of a different way. But it feels like just adding that on instead of being like I'm not gonna do this anymore and I'm jumping over here. This feels more like just a bit of an expansion more than anything. But it looks like you're having a private conversation here with someone. This is somebody that you're close with. Like they're very relevant to your life right now is what I'm seeing. There can be a bit of tension about another person or like somebody else being involved in this. It doesn't have to be like that. So this person that you connect with, I'm seeing you guys definitely be an intellectual match. Like this is somebody that you may like communicate really well with them. You guys have like very fluid banter when you want to. I'm seeing both of you guys, when you connect with one another, you show up in air energy. So you can feel like communication is a big thing, or talking about thoughts and ideas is like a big thing with you guys, or like checking in, like those sorts of things. But you could feel like some stuff that you're like required to do could be sort of like getting in the way of this sometimes, because you may have certain responsibilities that you feel like conflict with a part of you that wants to be like connecting with this person. I almost feel like this, like just an example, it's like you're not allowed to be on your phone when you're doing whatever, and not being able to be like present to that type of communication when you're like working or whatever this is that you're doing, but then you feel like it's getting in the way of you being able to communicate then with this person. It's feeling like that, or it's creating tension or something where they're like, I want to hear from you more, but you could be like, well, I have all this stuff going on and I'm not able to be on my phone. It's feeling like that type of thing. Because I feel strongly like there are these two areas of your life that are really important to you, but you could feel like they're clashing now with your relationship, is what I'm seeing. And this person too that you deal with, it feels like they may be more from like they may like lean more into like a more cerebral energy, is what this feels like. I'm not seeing cups here, so I don't know what's going on emotionally, but maybe that's also not relevant for this. Maybe this is about like the communication needs or desires or values versus like one's public life can also be involved in this, or one's responsibilities being involved in this. Because in the top spread, this is feeling like your personal stuff, your like personal things that you deal with that are kind of linked to this person because you're linked to this person, but not in like a big way. I'm seeing there's like another part of you that's more linked with this person, and it's less so like your public persona, or less so whatever this like identity is, whether you identify with it or not. It's like maybe how other people see you, stuff like that. It's feeling kind of like the higher part of your chart, like it's giving sort of an MC type of energy here. I'm getting something about feeling like watching over the relationship, and you may even feel like you have a certain responsibility to tend to this relationship. For some of you guys, there can be 3 or 4 people involved in this. It doesn't need to be the case for everybody, but just for the sake of giving more details. Some of you, it's just you and this other person. If there is a 4th person, it would probably... Oh, now there's somebody else coming through. Could potentially be 5 people. If there's a 5th person, it could be a child or someone younger. Someone that has like maybe less agency, something like that. I'm hearing whole family. So now Queen of Cups is here. All right. Yeah, I definitely am getting this vibe. This is feeling strongly like multiple people are involved in this. It doesn't look like it's just between you and this person anymore, because I'm seeing like different people be linked with one another here. So you can have... Oh, wow. I wonder how many different storylines are coming through. For some of you, I'm seeing there be an ex-partner. So it looks like King of Swords and Queen of Cups are together, and it looks like, I hope this doesn't get too confusing, Queen of Swords used to be with King of Swords, but they may be separated now, is what I'm seeing. So there can be something going on where there's like a main partnership and like an ex that's involved in this situation as well in some type of way, but it feels more like communication, but I'm not really seeing emotions be involved in that situation. Now this like main sort of situation that I'm seeing here, this main relationship that I'm seeing here, I'm seeing there be stuff that's going on here that feels like it's going in a bit of an emotional direction. But I'm also seeing some stuff that hasn't been squared away yet. Because you can be like looking into something and recognizing that something is still being worked out here. And I wonder too, I'm seeing a situation where there was someone that communicated with like the more sensitive person within the group or within this situation, like interpersonally. Somebody may have said something to this person that's seen as being more like emotional or more sensitive, and I'm seeing that whatever it was that was said, it was something that like wasn't nice. It was something that like out of this person's like anger, bitterness, insecurity, them like shutting down within the heart space to protect themselves, which is not an excuse, it's just explaining sort of where this person is coming from. This person was feeling a type of way, and looks like they said something to the Queen of Cups, but it could have been, for some of you, I'm hearing derogatory. It looks like it was something that would hurt Queen of Cups' feelings, something along the lines of that. But it feels like there's like jealousy or something like that about an opportunity. So someone could have been feeling insecure, is what this is feeling like. So this can be a vibe, right? Where it's like, I may actually be going over here and trying to do this thing and seeing how it goes. And it seems like somebody that was aware of what was going on. Somebody that was aware of what was going on and feeling a type of way may have done something to like get in another person's head about the opportunity, because one could look at this opportunity and be like, I definitely want to go this way, or I've been thinking about going this way. And whoever this person that is the Knight of Swords, it's like they came through and said something that may have, like, as a means of maybe influencing this person and how they're looking at an opportunity, and could have like subtly made someone feel insecure about said opportunity, is what I'm seeing. But the person that comes through and had something to say about it, and it feels like it was in some type of negative light, they're feeling a type of way about something else, is what this feels like. So it's like something had happened in maybe a different situation, and now maybe someone has an opportunity in front of them, and it's something that's like looking like a good opportunity, but this person that feels bitter or whatever it is that they're feeling because they feel a type of way about something may have like now said something to the person that has the opportunity that would make them not feel good about it anymore, because the person that said something doesn't feel good about something. So they're sort of like spreading that energy, is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of people be involved in this. This isn't just, it started off looking like one person and then a couple, but then also more energies that were sort of coming through. And when I say like partners and ex-partners, if this is a work situation, this can be like people that were in certain positions that are then in other positions and stuff like this. So lots of different ways that this can be. What I'm seeing is that you may have needed to set boundaries with somebody that you're connected with, and had like a talk about feelings and also like thoughts, but then you could have felt like there was some type of like lash out or lash back because of that. Like somebody may have felt like something had hurt their feelings, but I'm seeing this be the person that's like seen as the more like emotional or sensitive person. But it feels like they already had something else that was going on anyway. For those of you that are lost, just know that if this reading is for you, like this whole thing panning out will definitely make sense to you, what's going on here. So the position that you're in, I'm just gonna try to stick with one narrative right now. I'm seeing somebody be in a space where they're sort of thinking about things that have to do with like intellectual property, thinking about things that have to do with boundaries, thinking about things that have to do with responsibilities within the relationship, and also responsibilities within one's personal life too. It looks like there was a conflict within like the main partnership that I'm seeing here, but then I'm seeing it be discussed. So there's a discussion that happens about the conflict, which can have to do with like roles that somebody plays. It can have to do with finances, it can have to do with resources, it can have to do with reputation, those types of things. So conflict, but then I'm seeing there be like let's talk about it. So it looks like then whatever this was that was going on is then discussed, is then addressed. Having Wheel of Fortune and having Queen of Cups feels like not really knowing exactly the direction that things are going to go in emotionally, or this could like change things a little bit or shift things. But it feels like bringing oneself back into a place where you could feel maybe more connected or more in touch than you did before, but mostly with yourself more than anything, which is then going to like lend itself to feeling more connected with like the people around you. But yeah, you could feel like this is, I'm seeing something about some type of emotional growth. So you could have felt like there was emotional growth that took place through this conversation. Now, I'm seeing Page of Wands and I'm seeing Knight of Swords here. So this is looking like there's a path that is available. Having this Knight of Swords here is about getting in, it feels like getting specific information about this, about an opportunity, but I'm seeing some type of negativity around this. This, when I say negativity, it can be like an insecurity that's surrounding this. It can be somebody still hasn't processed something that they're feeling. It can be old stuff that's coming up. Let me clarify and see if I can get any more about this Five of Swords. I feel like this is something that's unprocessed still. I feel like it's a little circle here where something happened between people and there's some type of issue because of that. Then somebody like gets an opportunity and wants to go for it, but then maybe someone's like not being supportive of that because of something that happened, and then it keeps sort of like going around is what this is feeling like. Maybe whoever this Knight of Swords is, they're having a hard time breaking out of like the initial narrative where they may have been feeling triggered by something, is what this is feeling like. When I do readings like this where it feels like it's all over the place, it somehow like magically resonates. I have no idea what's going on in the reading at all, but for those of you that this is for you, you're definitely going to see it. Some of you, you haven't gotten to the point yet where somebody comes through and says something to you or says something to whoever the Queen of Cups is within your scenario, but I'm seeing it's something that's going to feel like why did you say it like that, or like that was unnecessary, or I can see you're mad about something else. It's going to be like that type of thing is what I'm seeing. So I'm actually seeing like a good opportunity in front of somebody, but I'm seeing like somebody's like input about that, or like the information that they give about that. It comes from a place where they're like shut down in the heart space, so just know that. And some of you too, I'm wondering if like you were in a space where somebody interacted with you in that way and you were like, is this like not really actually a good opportunity, or does it not really have that much potential, but it's just because of the way, just something going on with this person. So I would take it with a grain of salt. And you could be at a spot too where you're like, is this really credible what they're saying to me? But I'm seeing them just, they're feeling a type of way about something. So that's why it sort of translates like that. Like this is somebody feeling like they can feel jealous with Five of Swords. They can be like not recognizing what it is that they're saying and how that's going to impact other people. It just feels like this is being like weaponized in some type of way, but it's like their ego that's coming through and saying that. So if you were like happy about something or excited about something initially, and then somebody had some type of remark about it that like felt like it was something that created separation or created like some type of insecurity or whatever, it's just like bringing that to light within you. But it can be something where you realize sort of the position of this person and maybe not take that energy on. Because like I don't know specifically what this person's problem is, but I'm seeing them definitely feel a type of way about things, and it feels like instead of just keeping this to themselves, like there's commentary that they're like spreading around, because this is like a mobilization of this. So there's commentary that they're spreading around, and it's coming from a place where they're like in an ego space. I see Five of Swords as being very much in an ego space. They may not even realize that though. This can be somebody that's like, oh, that opportunity may not work out for you, and you're like, why would you say that? And they're like, well, that's just the reality of things. You know, somebody that you may find to be like a bit pessimistic, but like unnecessarily, where it's not realistic. It's like you're just saying that so you can say something rude. That's what you can feel like with this person. Yeah, I get the vibe of this being uncalled for, whatever it is. So. And I wonder too if this is like somebody that you respect as well, because having Hermit and having Queen of Swords is feeling like you giving this a lot of thought and being like, should I take them seriously or not? Like, that's what it's feeling like. But what you want to keep in mind is like the intentions. Like, what do you think that person's intention was? And also, what's your intention too of what you're going to do? And it feels like it's also about believing in yourself too, and what you're trying to do and make happen and create within your life for yourself. Because I'm seeing Mercury, so this feels like a lot of stuff that's going on mentally for you and what you're going to do based off of this interaction. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.